Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Great Britain, episode number 17. And this is definitely a dark time for Great Britain. The Empire is definitely threatened on all sides. We are, even in our home waters, really outnumbered. Now this fight is with the new challenger who has arrived, Germany. And as a game mechanic, to break character for a moment, that has somehow reset the war's victory points, which only happens, I guess, if you're ahead. So here we are. I do have what I think is an appropriate historical, it's not World War I era, but World War II era, but I feel like it's appropriate in this context. So as I start to line up the fleet and stuff, we will listen to a piece to get us into the mood.
And if the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation. Will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle.
Now, that was a obviously edited piece. For those who know the full speech, just a quick aside before we jump back into this. There's parts about France and the United States in there, which I did not feel it was appropriate to include, considering that would be addressing them as allies. There is a part where we will go fight in France, and I think that that's still appropriate because we can be seen as fighting in France against them. Well, so far we've identified the battlecruiser fleet. We've taken our few pot shots at the light cruisers, and now it's high time to get out of there. I'm not going to engage I'm not going to move us into battle speed, I guess, until the last possible moment. I don't even know. I suspect that I'm going to have to do this by myself if they aren't going to line up. I don't want them in line ahead. Upon contact with the enemy, they should know to form a battle line. We have not yet done that. And I don't want us to turn north, which we could do very easily. This formation is effective because it allows us to either shift north or south, left or right, make a 90-degree turn left or right, and then we will still be in a line. It helps us to keep the formation well. However, it's not going to work if we don't want to turn north or south. I want to actually go all the way around into the north. So I do not want a large profile to do that. Nonetheless, I'm going to see, it looks like they are just all shifting. Okay, then we're going to have to do this the hard way. Buckle up, get your popcorn. This is going to be kind of a long one. What in God's name are we going 8 knots for? Let's get everyone up to cruise. That's definitely not what I want. Yeah. Everyone up to cruise. And the last of the last is down here. Get them up to cruise as well. Okay, so we're just going to start forming our line. And then it's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, well, we took our first shot, but luckily, no, did not penetrate. And I also don't have... Wow, that's a lot of battle cruisers. I also don't have separate control of these destroyers. This is not an independent group. I guess we don't have scout fleet unlocked yet. So I can't order these destroyers alone to attack, which is what I was thinking of doing. You probably saw me look at the destroyers, but... I mean, look at the armored cruisers to look for a fleet attack button, but there's none. Alright, so let's bring everyone back in. Let's go squad max on those guys. Yeah, that's fine. And our goal here is just to get out of the way, hopefully in time. Now, PogChamp will sit in right behind them. They'll sit in afterwards. They'll sit in after. Etc., etc., etc. Looks like I missed one. Okay, let's get this line formed up quickly. So this is it, the big engagement. It's going to be a lot of tedium, unfortunately, trying to get all the ships to where they're supposed to be. But we'll have to stomach that just in the name of fighting more effectively. New class, we have the Hindenburg. This one is definitely more threatening. 13-inch guns. Well, hopefully we can get our vanguards out there quickly. And we have a messy situation here. Let's get these guys to be... Okay, we'll keep these guys as a screen. But I'm going to have them go to line ahead. And I think I'm probably just going to go get them out of the line a little bit. Now, if it's possible, and it should be, there it is. Let me get the cruisers. Did I get them? No. Go up. Just do that so I can get the other ones. Gonna get these guys to be support line ahead. Here we go. So now that you're support line ahead, you probably have too many ships. We might just have to engage. No, I don't want to engage against the wind. I'm going to use the time we have to rake the battle cruisers. Is going to be the time. We're going to be using that time to line up our fleet. And as you can see, it's already turning into a total cluster foxtrot. It looks like the Vanguard is leading 2 others, and PogChamp has overrun her mark slightly. That's okay. Slow her down a little bit. We'll still turn her in. This is the nice thing about having the gun configuration we do. It shouldn't be too hard to get this matter sorted out. And while we do that, we'll still be able to get at least 2 turrets on the enemy. So, continue to get everyone else going in the right direction. And I don't know, it's going to be hard to micromanage everyone, obviously. So the more people we micromanage, the less time it takes. Oh, good. So the St. George fires off a defiant round, which does find its mark. But they're still really outclassed, so we'll get them out of there. Okay. Now, this is looking a little better. Can we get you guys go back to AI control? Because I really don't have the ability to control everyone here. Just do that. Okay, Biscuit's forming up nicely. Indomitable has to round the corner a little bit faster, so we'll get them up to 17 as well. What is your task? Is everyone for the Vanguard? Let's have this group support the Indomitable, just to get some spacing. So that's your new target, is to support the Indomitable. Good. Yeah, control. No. Indomitable. You know, the frustration of micromanaging is made only worse by the fact that they don't listen. Okay, looks like we have that squared away now. The battle cruisers are still heading right at us. We just want to nullify their wind advantage. We either have to come at them from the south or the north. And since they're coming out of the north, I'm trying to choose the south. That's my line of reasoning there. Okay, Let's get these guys back up to 16. They'll soon be in line. Biscuit fall in. Valiant fall in. And Indomitable's making its way. Thunderer start arcing as well. And Panino, you better start rounding the edge as well. And very soon we're going to have a very long battle line here, which is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with, but still. Let's get everyone up to 17 when they make the line. So 18 for those who are trying to close the gap right here. It's just would be wonderful if you could set a formation and have the AI, like if they gave you free form to put your ships where they want, and then just have the AI get that done. I don't know how it would be done exactly, honestly, but that would still be better than what's going on here. The royalty takes a hit from the Von der Tann, one of her heavy guns, but it's not too bad. The superstructure was not penetrated. And here comes our big guns. Big guns only. And this is why I think the big guns only is going to be okay. We have so much support. That was the idea, of course, from the very beginning was we're going to have enough support that it shouldn't matter. Okay. Trying to get this all sorted out. Looks like the destroyers are finding their way onto the opposite side of the enemy, which is good. That's what they should do. We'll get you to go to AI control as well. Alright, good. And we're bringing in our other ships. And I'm just going to kind of charge at the enemy. I'm trying to limit the number of ships I have to control here, which is very difficult. Okay. It's not quite lined up. You know, you're even 1 degree off, and after enough time, it will show in the line. So it takes constant adjustments, or, I mean, the ideal would be if they would just stay together. We'll see what happens with this kind of distribution. Okay, I overshot because the micromanagement was too much for me. That's okay. I think this is the Panino. Somewhere in there is the Panino. I thought the Doodle was sunk, but apparently she's alive. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, so the Indomitable will just form up the rear line now. Panino has to make its turn. Thunderer, probably step... actually, you're just fine. We're going to have the Panino step down here. You will form the rear line. Okay, so Patino, you're going to cut back a bit. Yeah, it's not difficult. This is obviously not difficult. You can do this for a very long time. You can keep them in line. It's not difficult. It's just time consuming. And that is unfortunate. Okay, I think we're going to get this squared away now. They're starting to form up into their big, long, snaking line. And we're chasing the Germans out. But that's temporary, of course. They probably have scouting fleets enabled. And we are waiting for their main fleet. We definitely want to close with them. We need this battle. So let's just make sure that everyone's going 17. 17, 18. So oddly enough, I guess down also scrolls the map, so I better just mouse click. 17. Okay, good. Alright, now trying to use my peripheral vision. Let's see if all of them are staying together. More or less. It's good enough. Alright, we have a hit on the Hindenburg. Wow. From such distance as well. It says heavy damage. I highly, highly, highly doubt that. Oops. Shit. I messed up one. Okay, that looks fine. It looks good. Let's have these guys slow down to 16 just for a moment. Get a little bit more spacing. And back up to 17. Okay. So now we just ride this out for a while. It's not a terrible formation. I mean, it's pretty good considering I had to finagle the ships where they're supposed to go. Okay, let's get you guys to slow down to 16 for a moment as well. Mingle now, back up to 17. Back up to 17, okay. Good. There we go. So normally I don't like to do this. Oh, are you kidding me? All this work is going to be for nothing. Let's go to squad max so we can close, whoops, 19 actually. Not quite squad max for them, because squad max for these guys. Let's try to close, get something done before nighttime. What a pain in the butt. I didn't realize that all this work will be for nothing. Let's see also if they happen to stay in formation if I put people to AI control, because very soon, okay, this is good actually. This is good. Why is it good? Because torpedo attack time. We have a ton. I mean, literally more than a ton. Metric tons, tons, multiple tons worth of destroyers here. So this is where we are going to excel. They didn't get close enough for combat, for torpedoes I mean. Okay, PogChamp, cook up, and then cook back. Okay, we got him, and we're, oh, okay. The Kaiser Wilhelm electric power disabled, so they claim. Perhaps mutiny is afoot. We're gonna leave her group full speed ahead, and she can just drop out of line. And she will. This is crazy. There's too many ships. It's too hard to keep track of all these damn ships. Okay. Well, there they are. There's the enemy. Did we actually land something on the Bonderton? Is this thing going really slow? Well, there's nothing to do but call off this torpedo launch, because I think we have a chance to actually do some real damage here outside of just sinking a light cruiser or two. Alright, so the Brunderbrook has taken a shell, probably limiting its speed as well. We're only firing 2 of our guns. Unfortunately, we don't have the angle, and we need to continue pursuing almost head-on in order to close the gap. Okay. We are taking hits, unfortunately. Not them yet. The Vonderton actually is doing a lot of damage. It's quite unfortunate. Now, if I can just get all these guys to follow the person in front of them. That would also be a nice formation trick, is just to have each one follow, like, make basically one continuous division. That would be useful. Yes, detach her, and I'm just going to let her do her thing. I don't know what she's doing right now, but... Alright, we are taking a few hits, but luckily our armor is holding up. Good solid armor. And we are returning some fire. We have landed at least one 14-inch shell against, you definitely would say, their weaker armor. And we're able to get our full guns out on them yet? No, not quite. Man, that's very close to being... What about Brunderbrook? Yeah, the Brunderbrook is able to get... Wait, 7? 7 is an odd number. And I have even turrets. Huh. I mean, I have even guns per turret, so that's strange. Oh, we landed something on the Hindenburg. This is good. Everything... This is exactly what I was hoping. In fact, I don't care about my battleships. It's more important for us to close, to stay with these battlecruisers for as long as possible. And also the extra speed should make us slightly more difficult to shoot at. So we're going to go to flank speed. Flank speed. Just like the interceptors should as well. She's actually slightly faster. Yeah, if we can take out even just this Vonderton up here, who appears... Let's just do it. Let's make our move. She appears a little bit slow. This is what happens in nature, right? The lion will go after the weakest of the gazelles. We'll take the wounded prey, we'll cut it off, and we'll sink it. This is dinner tonight. Vonderton class, who has unfortunately been slowed down a bit. Everyone else, if you can't keep up with the Vanguard, well, we're leaving you behind. This Vonderton is... Ooh. Yeah, of course I have to be careful about being hit by dud torpedoes. This is a very good reminder that bad things can happen if we're not careful. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to still go right at her. Hopefully we can... How many torpedoes do they have? They only have 2 above water. So these are really poor destroyers. Okay, let's do this then. Let's do our own fleet launching. See what happens. Curl our interceptor back up this way. But we're basically on a collision course. I don't mind. Okay, we did there. We forced the turn. This is what I was hoping. We forced her. She knows she can no longer... Oh, God. And with a massive explosion, the lead, the Vanguard, living up to her name, is destroyed by a flash fire. Well, the next group, next up, Brunderbrook. Avenge her. Avenge her. This is going to be a very difficult playthrough. This can be incredibly difficult. But okay, let's do this. It's just, we can't focus on the losses. We have to just focus on what we can do to save the situation. Because I guess we're terribly behind in this battle now. Alright, we can take this Vonderton out. It won't be enough. It won't be enough, but it's something. I just hope that we don't lose any ships to torpedoes. I really hope. Okay. Here we go. This is it. 14-inch guns blazing. We're just right next to them. The interceptor's coming over. She's going to attempt to push them back to the north. Launch your torpedoes if you could. Oh no, don't launch your torpedoes. We'd be in the crossfire. But still, we are landing good shells. All this damage is going to start disabling her ability to shoot well. It's going to really cripple her accuracy. There it is. There's the turn. There's the turn. The interceptor is forced. Watch out for torpedoes, interceptor. And here comes our ships to finish her off. Okay. Let's make an easterly heading. And let's just assume that the destroyers will finish her off while we wait, while everything else is being played out. We're just going to keep pursuing where the last known German contact was. So there it is, hit by a torpedo. The Cotswold and the Avon, looks like Cotswold. One torpedo, oh god. Okay, a few torpedoes too many. Let's disable the fleet engagement side of things. Because this is not good. It's not good to shoot at your own ships. Just wait for us to pass first. My god, that was really close up here. It just avoided the PogChamp. Just in front of her. And another hit. Nope, not. Huh. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I had to take a quick cut there, but it gave me a moment to kind of think about what's going on. We knew there'd be flash fires. I just forgot about them, so it kind of caught me by surprise. I mean, I didn't react very strongly, but when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. We could get into a lot of trouble just losing ships to flash fires. Well, we'll let these destroyers, and even looks like the Rabbit is getting caught in here. That's the Mingle, leading her ship a little bit too close. We know this Vonderton is going down. The only thing we can hope for is to engage another German ship before the day is over. And most of these ships will be going to AI control, so we can probably just speed this up a little bit. That Vonderton's obviously going down. Okay, she's hit by another torpedo. Another one. But we're looking for the remains of the German fleet. And it's possible that they're headed back to Emden. But maybe they're more likely heading off to Wilhelmshaven. So that is where we will go. And unfortunately, we have left a lot of our escort ships behind, so the interceptor is basically the only escort. Oh, good, we do have 2 other ones. Because I was going to say, we don't have any capabilities to destroy destroyers. That was one of the caveats with our design, right? Okay, well, it's obviously a sunk ship. Come on, guys. I wish that, I don't know how to recall them, but I would like to. Fleet engagement is not... It's like someone send up the signals for them to return. It's just like a silly situation over there. Well, we will continue on because this is what we have to do. We have to win. And we're probably down. I'm assuming that... yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm just sure of it. The Vonderton itself was only an 11-inch gun, and mine 14-inch guns. Actually, that's horrible, man. We were destroyed by an 11-inch gun. It's just horrible. Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to put these guys to AI control because I think that at this point they will follow. Nope. I was hoping that they would follow, but fine. I don't have the wherewithal to control all these ships, so we're going to go up to fast. Hopefully we'll get a notification when we spot, if we spot another enemy. We're going to make our turn here. Make our turn. Because we don't actually want to go over to Emden, I'm just hoping to catch some. Maybe some of the other damage we did was enough? I doubt it. Well, unfortunately, I think that's going to... Oh, God. Where's the rabbit? Ay, ay, ay. What are we looking at? Well, this is going to be a defeat. Let's see if we can just round up any other ships in this area. I don't know if the rabbit's going to make it or not. What I'm supposed to do is babysit her so that she doesn't go faster. I just don't. I don't have the time to sit there and babysit, so... Well, let's just turn away. It doesn't look like we're going to catch him. So that's it. Go down to cruise speed and that's it. That's the battle. It still was something worth talking about, I guess. A brief exchange, really. Sure, go ahead and pick up a few survivors. Okay, flooding has increased. I'm hoping that we can get back to port before. I mean, really what I would have to do is slow her way down. Let her... She should not be going 14, you know, she should be going... 10 is even probably too much. But you just can't get them to do that. So I'm just counting the rabbit as sunk. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to waste all the time. What? Oh god, our line. Our line is totally hosed. Well, good job, Interceptor. You've done well. We're going to need you. Off AI control. Alright, I'm only going to lead the dreadnoughts. Oh, this is their main line, and we have the wind advantage now. Okay, well, here we go. Let's hold off for a little bit here. Yeah, that's their main line. Unbelievable. We sailed over to get hit by mine all the while they were over here. We'll see when the fleet battle is over where they were, but I kind of like to imagine that they sailed over to one of our ports and we're looking for us over there, which again, it may not be correct. So 23, 27, okay. Well, I don't think we should be kicking into Afterburner quite yet. But actually, no, let's do it. Alright, Squad Max. The PogChamp will lead the way. Let's get into formation here. Squad Max. Turn, I guess I will have... I'm not sure if they're going to appropriately organize themselves. And I don't even know who my lead formation is. Okay, it is the Brunderbrook. This is the question. What are they going to do? I wish I was taking control. It's just way too late, but whatever. I mean, I'm sure that the 12-inch guns that they would fire would be helpful, but I cannot... It's such a pain in the ass to micromanage this. Let's do it. But I would say that it would be a much better game if you didn't have to do a lot. I mean, can you imagine how great this game would be if you didn't have to deal with the minutia like this? Because the AI is just not, it's just not capable of doing this by itself, though. It really, I mean, you really can't just let it do it itself. Otherwise, this is what you'll get. A total mess. Total chaos. All right, well, the Pateno at least can come this way. You, the Thunderer as well, can come this way. Okay, have them turn into the line as fast as possible. Let's get these guys to slow down a bit. Just hold the north. Okay, Brunderbrook's actually taken a few hits. Not surprising. Hopefully we're not mucking our own lines here. I think we are. Kaiser Wilhelm takes another hit. That is a long battle line. Okay, well, let's get ourselves into shape here. Somewhere here. There it is. Zapanino. Oh, God. I forgot to get these guys straightened out, too. Well, it's going to be the same thing for us and them. Our dreadnoughts lead the way. It's where the real battle is taking place, in my opinion. Although we're losing it so far, for sure. We're taking hit after hit. And then we'll have the battleships down here, slowly closing the range with their opposite ranks, the German numbers. I wish we were compact and had our battleships able to contribute, but it's just not the case. So, let's see how this goes then. Alright, back up to 18 now. And who's this? Sorry, can you slow down a bit? Thunderer. I'm just going to focus on, as long as the lines are... I'm okay with the lines closing. Am I okay with my lines closing? We're landing some hits here. 12-inch guns and weaker armor against 14-inch guns and better armor. We should have the advantage, as long as our gunnery doesn't fail us. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can. All right, we're getting some good hits now, and our armor is stopping their weaker caliber shells. If they close too much, we will send our destroyers out. For now, we wait. Or we do something suicidal. Yeah, we do something suicidal. Ah, their ship is slowing down. 10 knots, medium damage. Okay, we're going in now. We're acting right now. I wanted to wait for the heavy armored cruisers to get a little further ahead, but we're going to make our battlefield turn in now. This, in Admiral Tortuga's own version of what Lord Nelson commanded during the Battle of Trafalgar. We will have 3 separate lines. I guess I was going to just make it 2, but we'll have the Biscuit, the Mingle, and the Indomitable divisions also form up a third line in the south, whereas our armored cruisers will form a line in the north. And we will just drive into them. Okay, here we go. I missed this turn, damn. It's okay, we can be a little bit off. The point is that one of these guys was going a little bit slower, and we'll close with these guys as well. Okay, here we go. Thunderer, I guess you're part of this group. This cluster Foxtrot. Go ahead, destroyers. Certainly the danger here is that their destroyers are going to try to ward us off. Now, let's see what's happening. Biscuit is hit twice. 3 times. Brunderbrook, hit. Hit. So, not a successful maneuver so far. Yet, even just one of them will be a wonderful prize. Oh, we just blasted this Ostfriesland to pieces. Holy cow. And you know who's doing a lot of the work is the interceptor in the lead. And the armored cruisers are actually the ones who are laying into this thing. Its armor is weak enough that it should allow 10-inch shells to penetrate. We need to back off a little bit. Mainly we need to back off to watch out for torpedoes. Okay, back off here. I think our destroyers are going to go ahead and make their run as well. So we'll back off and let our destroyers do their thing. Let the engagement play out for a little bit before we get too gun happy, because I think if we sink this dreadnought, we're doing good. I don't want to just... I want to push as much of an advantage as I can. Okay, look at their ships are coming back. Get out of there. Turn. Let the destroyers go in. Ah, this is perfect. There they go. So that Ostfriesland is dead. It's sinking. Just have a feeling. Just need to get control of those battleships, which should be all the squares. Okay, the Rabbit is sinking somewhere far away. I don't know, over here. Long forgotten, unfortunately, on the field of battle. Turn, 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 interceptor. Get out of there, get out of there. Okay, we'll have support in a second. No, they're going to make a turn, so we should turn in preemptively. Yeah. Here's another Ostfriesland. We can squeeze this one off. Let's get her. Our destroyers, our Kingfishers, the famous Kingfishers going in, launching their torpedoes. That one might get a hit. Basically, our destroyers are just driving in, and our dreadnoughts are following right behind in the lines they're clearing. I think we have like 3 divisions right there, but I'm not able to actually do anything sensible with them. Okay. Ah, both of those missed, unfortunately. Okay, we're driving in. Getting more hits on these dreadnoughts, and things are going to get turning into a knife fight very quickly here. The Hanover's hit. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Now our battleships are starting to get involved. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick a very good formation, but our destroyers are just really launching all their torpedoes. A little bit too quickly, I think. But it is causing confusion in the lines, and that is something by itself. Oh, this is a good one. Is that the Avon who just launched? It is. Those look good. Looking good. Ah. Is that a hit? Ah, 2 misses. So close. Very, very, very close. My goodness. The Brunderbrook is taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. I wish I might even have to detach her. But her captain wouldn't want that. He'd want to stay with it to the bitter end here. Just look at this. This is like a massive wall of ships coming at... They do have one Ostfriesland, which is the one that's sinking. We've launched a few more torpedoes. That Ostfriesland has had to do a lot of maneuvering. It should put us in a good position to maybe get around and cut it off. Oof, that looked like a hit. Okay, so this is what we do. Piecemeal elimination as much as possible. It looks like one of them missed their turn. good. I can actually see those ships now. Okay, PogChamp, you're right. Close with this Ostfrieden. Brunderbrook. My computer's actually chugging at the number of calculations that are happening every minute. Alright. This is not bad. Let's get you to slow down to 18 for a bit. Okay, so we have Ostfrieden getting hit. Hanover getting hit. Mecklenburg getting hit. A few destroyers getting destroyed. Destroyed. The Crumpet taking a few hits. She did wander in, but that whole launching of torpedoes is basically just causing havoc, wreaking havoc on the German lines. And where that happens, our battleships pour through. Another good turn. Indomitable's taking a few hits, though. She can handle it. Onward, onward. Let's see what we can do. Ah. The Ostfrieden hit by 2 torpedoes. Ah, it is the one that's lagging. Ununderstandable. Oh, but this looks good. This looks good. A hit! Oh, Brunderbrook's hit by a torpedo. Brunderbrook immediately sunk upon getting hit by a torpedo. Okay, once again, the battle's back. It's just too much micromanagement for me. I apologize. I probably could have avoided that, seeing that they're turning and stuff. But the Brunderbrook was actually taking a lot of damage anyway, so it was the best ship to be hit. Okay, get you up to squad max. So we need to sink an appropriate number of dreadnoughts. Biscuit hit by a dud torpedo. Good fortune. I mean, we're still pouring through the lines here with our battleships, our older battleships. And we're going to rely on, hopefully, better gunnery in the end to save the day. Okay, make your turn south. The whole battle is shifting south. We seem like we're in good shape here. That looks like it's all good shape. This is interesting. We're going to wait a little bit longer before we make any moves here. Let's turn the Biscuit this way. This is not bad, though. It's really not bad. Okay, another couple of hits. Alright, well, this video is on the 42-minute mark. What's the tally at right now? That's a lot of torpedoes that just got launched, but it looks like it's all headed towards destroyers. Yeah, they're all fading out. They were probably aimed at the Hanover and just missed. It's okay. I'd rather that happen now. The more confusion we can cause, the better. Oh boy, this is a lot. A lot of stuff happening on this one. Okay, Biscuit took a hit, did not get hit. Gentleman was hit. Biscuit hit. Valiant hit, not penetrating. A few destroyers getting pulverized by our, wow, 4-inch guns even, oh, the Firefly. Hanover took a hit. This is good with the 12-inch guns. Hanover took another hit. 6-inch hit. Okay. We're going to have to wrap this episode up because this definitely just has to be a 2-parter. So, whew. Indomitable took a critical hit, rudder damage. She's sailing, where's the Tuba? Her sister ship is trailing a little bit behind. And they are approaching, although this has taken heavy damage. I have a real feeling that we can win this one. The count right now is probably about even. Maybe we're a little bit behind, but if we can clean up well in the chaos, maybe we can swing a victory. And we need to, because we'll probably be blockaded for the rest of the war with France and Germany combining to blockade the island. Our island, Great Britain. So, okay, well, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll catch you back for part 2 of the fleet battle. Sorry for the cliffhanger, but this is probably going to be it could even be a three-parter if I'm this careful about my AI control. So until the next one, thanks for watching and take care.